This is Your Money on Market Sense, your personal finance slot. My name is Diabo Seto. The devastating impact of floods in KwaZulu-Natal has once again reminded consumers of the need to have insurance cover. Many people have lost their houses, furniture and other valuable belongings due to the floods. However, for those without insurance, they would have to dig deeper into their pockets. This is if government support measures do not meet their requirements.
Owning a house is one of the most valuable assets as it appreciates in value, but it is important to ensure both your building structure as well as home content to protect yourself against any eventuality. Not having insurance cover could cost you an arm and a leg if you have to replace all your valuables. Experts say that most insurance companies in South Africa provide cover for natural disasters, but have urged consumers to read the terms and conditions of their insurance policy to ensure that they are adequately covered.
People who have access to insurance are very quickly able to either reinstate the properties which is lost. They're also able to find alternatives, knowing that the cost of the assets that they have lost will be covered by insurance. And those who are not fortunate enough to have insurance are unfortunately having to rely on the state. Unfortunately, have to rely on the generosity of whether it's donors or relatives to help them to help them to endure the financial consequences of a disaster such as this one.
It's estimated that about 70% of cars on our roads have no insurance cover. This is partly because of the country's high unemployment rate and household indebtedness. Experts say that third-party insurance should be made compulsory in the country to ensure that most cars are insured, and that this could help reduce the cost of motor vehicle insurance.
Given the large amount of vehicles that are uninsured, it's certainly our view that that sort of action would be to the benefits of South African citizens at large. We do know how much pressure, for example, the Road Accident Fund has been under in terms of covering bodily injury that might occur to pedestrians and so on that are involved in accidents. And it's no difference to when two cars are involved in an accident and one of them doesn't have insurance. So we would definitely support such an idea, because we feel that the South African consumer and their finances would be in much better shape if compulsory third party cover was introduced.
Combining both the car and home content insurance could work out cheaper for consumers, but make sure that you're not underinsured to avoid your claim being repudiated. Consumers are also urged to get their assets valued regularly to ensure that they're not underinsured.
Insurance is something very important to guard against. I mean, underinsurance can often happen when because sometimes people are trying to save on their costs of insurance, so they don't insure the full value of their property. But more often it's because we don't necessarily conduct regular evaluations of the property that we are insuring, especially when it comes to houses. So your house might have been worth one amount when you bought it many years ago, but by the time you're buying your insurance today, the value of that property could have increased significantly.
Your insurance claim could be repudiated when you don't give the correct information to ascertain the risk that insurance companies are facing. You could also be penalized for non-disclosure and not abiding by the terms and conditions of your contract.
So generally, claims will be repudiated where information wasn't given to the insurer as to the risk that they faced. So, for example, if you disclose that you had bought a brand new car, whereas that car turned out to be a rebuild, or was involved in an accident previously and was just fixed, then some insurers might say, well, this is a material fact that wasn't disclosed to them. and therefore the premiums that were being paid were not in line with the risk that they expected. And we have seen cases in the past where this happens, and sometimes the insurer will refund the clients their premiums and say, well, look, the information that you disclosed to us was not correct, but we won't keep that premium either.
Insuring your home content and car will go a long way towards ensuring that you replace and repair your lost or damaged items. This can help reduce the financial burden you are likely to face, but not everyone can afford the high cost of insurance. Rather, shop around for the most affordable insurance to ensure that you have some form of cover. Naledi Matlapeng, SABC News, Johannesburg.
All right, SME on Point is coming up next after the break, but please do stay with us.
Do you want permanent solutions for your long-lasting health problems? Are you struggling to access healthcare? Well, if that's the case, make sure that you catch Vital Signs with me, Dr. Mosam Tombeni,
every Sunday morning between 5 and 6 a.m. on SABC News Channel.
I had a learning disability when I was